Welcome back. There's been concern for some time that South Africa is way too reliant on imports and that we're not exporting enough. Now that reflects in the current account deficit, which is basically the account that we hold with the rest of the world. Well, it's good news, not great news though. South Africa's current account deficit did narrow in the first quarter. The Reserve Bank revealed this in its latest quarterly bulletin earlier today. The deficit contracted to 4.8% of GDP on the back of lesser dividend flows going out of the country. Let's take a look.
The current account deficit narrowed to 4.8% of GDP in the first quarter, from 5.1% in the fourth quarter of 2014. The main driver of this was a narrower deficit on the services income and current transfer account.
It was mostly due to a smaller shortfall on the services account, as the trade account unfortunately deteriorated quite significantly in quarter one, which we knew beforehand given the SARS data that's available. But yes, a smaller current account deficit definitely ran positive. As you know, we need less capital to finance that deficit, and it was indeed actually financed well in quarter one.
On the consumer front, South Africans upped their spending by 3.4% in the first quarter. That's up from 0.3% in the fourth quarter. Lower oil prices gave consumers a breather, but the petrol price tide has begun to turn.
If you look at the petrol price, we had a benefit of about R4 per litre, that petrol prices were lower in Feb compared to August last year. And already, if you look back now, we've already had increases in the order of R3 per litre. And if you incorporate another 50 cents per litre in July, which seems to be on the cards, then you're going to almost look at a complete reversal of the benefit of the lower petrol prices in the first quarter.
With high electricity tariffs and other administered prices coming into effect in July, Kruger warns that the going will likely get tough for the consumer. Oh yes, and there's that possibility that the Reserve Bank could raise our borrowing costs next month. Nompumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.